Hello there, welcome back to the channel. As always, thank you for clicking play and welcome back to La Plata. I hope you all had an amazing Christmas. I hope you all had a great time, ate too much. I think I'm still a little bit stuffed from it myself. Right, this is going to take a little while to get back up to speed. It's gone a little bit off the rails, if I'm being brutally honest. We've dropped quite a long way down the table. And we haven't played for an awfully long time. So let's get into the schedule to begin with and let's show you what has been going on. So we played Chakrita in the last video, of course. We then went away to Aldosivi and lost 1-0. Urquiaga got himself sent off as well in that game and we couldn't hold on. They scored with 5 minutes to go. We then drew 2-2 with Union Santa Fe. It was a pretty good game, in fairness. Zukwi and Kashini got ours. We then lost at home to Colon as well, which was not good. Gonzalo Maroni getting the goal for us, his first for us. But then we did get a win against Newell's Old Boys, and it was Lucas Rodriguez after 7 minutes with the goal there. Followed that up then with a game at Huracan, a game we won 4-1 last season and we lost it 4-1 this season. We were just rubbish. Julian Marchioni scored our goal and was a decent player for us, but we were 3-0 down after 20 minutes. We just got absolutely torn apart in this game. No matter what I did, couldn't change it at all. And then, as you can see, we've played some friendlies because games just keep getting postponed. So our game against Boca originally should have been not long after the Huracan game, I think the week after, but they got through in the Copa Argentina, I believe it was, and so it got pushed back. So that meant we were then playing Vélez, and then that got postponed because of, I think, maybe Continental, or it was some cup game that caused that one to be pushed back. And as you can see, that one has been pushed back all the way into January, so that's really been pushed back. So what it means is we are playing Boca today, looking for revenge for that 5-2 defeat at the end of last season that ultimately took the title away from us. And it's been, 25 days between league games, which is ridiculous, and I'm sure you've already clocked at the top. We are currently 13th in the Superliga. We do have 2 games in hand, but they're against Boca and Vélez, so they're not exactly easy games. And it's Independiente that have absolutely stormed their way to the top of the league. I mean, just look at that. On match day 6, they were all the way down there in 8th, and they've just climbed through the division and are now, I think it was it 5 points clear? Was it 5 points clear? I mean, I'm going to say it now, the title race has gone for us. We are not in a title race anymore. The board expectations are for us to finish around the top of the table, so we're really going to have to start putting some points on the board. Otherwise, I get the feeling it's going to be very, very touch and go towards the end of the season, that we'll still be in a job and we'll get into the Libertadores. So in my head, I'm starting to come up with a plan B for what to do for the next series, because this one is just starting to teeter a little bit. And speaking of Vélez and Boca, they played each other in the Copa Argentina final. Boca Juniors won it on penalties. How many times have they won that? So, it's their first time for 4 years that they've won it. So a bit of a surprise winner, I guess you could say. And it looks as though they're not going to win the league. I mean, they're 11 points behind Independiente, so it looks as though Boca are not going to defend their title this season. But if we can win today, then we will go. I mean, we will climb a long way up the table. We'll be on to 22 points, and would be into 7th ahead of Boca. So if we can win these games in hand, I mean, the other one is Vélez away, so it's equally as tough. Then, we would be on 25 points, and we'd be right up there. But they're the 2 potentially toughest games that we could have had. Just a couple of bits of news in and around the club. So you can see we have a new striker coming in, and that is just because we're just not scoring goals. I mean, that 4-1 defeat at Huracan was a bit of a welcome break because it was the first game of the season that hasn't been a 1-goal margin either way. So in one respect, it was quite nice. But Ignacio Bailoni has only got 2 goals this season. Carlo Latanzio has not got off the mark at all. So I've spent a lot of time trying to get some players in. We had a very, very small budget. But this guy is coming in, Leonardo Castro. He joins on the 10th of December, so as soon as the transfer window opens. He's 27-year-old Colombian. We're getting him from Medellin in... They are in Colombia, I think, aren't they, Medellin? And he looks okay, doesn't he? He doesn't look bad. I mean, he's decent in the air. He's an advanced forward. So he's not the quickest, but that's all right. He's agile. He's got a little bit about him. He's naturally fit. I like everything about him. He's not a world beater, but he's a massive upgrade on what we already have at the club. I mean, I like the dribbling. I like the finishing. I like the first touch. Technique is amazing. So I really think this guy could be the answer to getting some goals in the second half of the season and climbing that league table so we can have a third season. The other one coming in is this guy, David Torres, a fitness coach. We're getting him in from Fortaleza, hopefully. 32-year-old Colombian. We had one of our fitness coaches was retiring at the end of the season or at the end of the year, something like that. So I went in and I just released him straight away. I mutually terminated him. I think his fitness attribute was 16, I think. So I immediately just went out and looked for someone better, found this guy and thought, do you know what? Let's just get it done and let's move forward. 32 years of age. Hopefully he'll get better and better. And yeah, really, really happy to be getting him in. Now, there was a player I'm absolutely desperately trying to get in, and I just cannot get him. He wants to join, and I can get the deal done with the club. I just can't do the contract, and it's this guy, Christian Lemmer. He's at Benfica. You can see they expect him to ask between 23 and 30 grand a week. I don't have anywhere near that. I've got like 8 grand to spend on wages. It's just not going to happen. But just look at him. He's an absolute warrior. He's a beast at 29 years of age. He would have been phenomenal for us. The reason I'm looking for... I mean, look at that heading and the jumping reach and the tackling. Oh, the aggression. I just love the guy. I desperately want him. I'm wondering if I can maybe go in and get him in on loan when the window opens. I can't do it at the moment, but it might be an option. The reason is we had a guy from Boca? We had a guy in on loan, Kevin Sybil. But he came and because he didn't really play for us, I think he'd only made 1 or 2 appearances. He came and asked to go back to River, so I said yes. It's kind of left me in the lurch, but do you know what? I had to let him go. He wanted to go back. I had to let him go. We haven't done badly in fairness. Shunka Nogueira and Campi have all stayed injury free and suspension free at the minute, but it is of paramount importance that I get someone in. On to today's match, and it is Boca at home, as I say. Refed by Herman Delfino, 10 matches, 2 red cards, 27 yellows. He has done virtually all, hasn't he? 10 out of 13 match days. So he's one of the ones that has been used mainly. They're inconsistent. We're woeful, really. It says inconsistent there, but 3 defeats in 5. Pretty woeful, isn't it? We absolutely have to not only get revenge today, but get the points to put us back up into the continental places ahead of the... I keep calling it a winter break. It's not. It's a summer break in Argentina. So I've got to put things right today. Absolutely have to put things right. And the team that we are charging to do that, I think, is this one right here. They've played most of the friendlies as well, this team. But yeah, Carlo Latanzio is really letting me down at the minute. hasn't scored yet in any game. 11 appearances so far this season and hasn't scored. Is he even getting shots on target? Not really, is he? 50%. It's not amazing, but he's just trying my patience a little bit too much at the minute. The reason as well that he is still playing is because Bailoni is still out injured at the minute, but he will be back in a day. So yeah, let's get to it then. Any other team but Boca. Why does it have to be Boca today? It's been 3.5 weeks since we played. We're in woeful form, and it's only this lot that are coming to town, isn't it? It's just scary. It really is. But these things can happen. We can do it. The tactic just seems to have totally given up the ghost. So I'm toying with doing a back three, but I don't have the cover at centre back to do it at the minute. So I'm just going to assertively say we owe Boca. Go and get revenge, and we're going to leave it like that because that looks very, very good indeed. Very, very sparse crowd, not surprising. Although you would have thought with Boca in town or coming across town, you would have thought that the fans would have come out in force, wouldn't you? But apparently not. Free kick for Boca. Hara takes short to Reynoso, and Allen now has it. Played forward to the edge of the box. Benedetto sprays it out wide. Defence standing still. It's cleared away. This is going to be the opening goal, is it? Oh, it's not far wide from Allen. Possibly should have been the opening goal. We are the only game playing today, so don't need to have the latest scores up. Gil Romero to Urquiaga. Romero again lifted across to Estevez. He's going to hit it on the volley. You could just see it coming. And Naul Estevez has scored an absolute stunner. And that may just have overtaken Fernando Zucqui's stunning volley from a few weeks ago. That might just have taken the place in the goal of the season battle. You could just see it as that ball looped over. You just thought, hit it, hit it, hit it. And boy, did he give that a thump. And that would be a phenomenal, phenomenal result if we can build on this now. I want a 2-goal win or something like that. I just want to get more than 1-0. One other thing I did attribute the loss of form to was maybe having Marchioni and Cascini in midfield. Last season we used Matias Laba and Naul Estevez pretty much week in, week out. Now Gaston Gil Romero at the minute for me is a bit of an upgrade on Laba. So this is what I've thought I'll do, is I'll try and go back to Estevez and either Romero or... header on is tamely picked up. Oh, I think Daniel Sapper's back from injury and I've left Francesconi in goal. Oh, that's a bit of a schoolboy error. So a settled midfield partnership might hold the key as much as anything else. So yeah, we're going to try that and hopefully that will sort things out. I really like Marchioni and Cascini, but I do wonder if maybe they're not quite as good as they were on FM19 when I really, really loved them. But here's Estevez. He can hit them, can't he? As we've seen already, but he's put that one wide. Alatha, former Estudiantes player. Allen has it, gets a shot off and it's wide. So I gave out a Get Creative shout out and it inspired a centre-back. One player inspired and it's Fabian Nogueira. Brilliant. Campi just about wins that battle there. Here is Nogueira, drives it out into the channel, but it's Alatha who clears, and Benedetto now. We're getting back into position a lot better. Here's Solis. And, it's going to break, is it? Here. We're defending for our lives on the edge of the box at the minute. It's quite desperate. Solis is going to get the shot away and it's blocked again. And that was a strange little highlight, but very, very good defending from us. We were strong. We held our nerve. But that's a poor ball into the box. Piscalici is back in the team as well at the minute because he played most of last season and was absolutely unbelievable for us. And he's had a spell out injured, so there's no way that he can play the 20 league games needed now to trigger an extra year in his contract. So I figured I might as well use him now. And if he performs a blinder, I wouldn't be averse to giving him another year. But we'll see how he goes. Here's Espinoza for Boca into Allen again, who seems to be getting on the ball an awful lot. Shot is blocked, and Francesconi brings up a brilliant save from, was it Solis that hit that one? Brilliant save from the youngster. That will do his confidence the world of good. Nogueira heads the corner away, but it's still in and around our box, and Campi thunders it away, and the danger is cleared. Oh, it's all Boca pressure at the minute, and the header's just wide. I thought that came off Campi. But yeah, we are not in this match at all. I think we may... I'm just going to up it to positive. We're unbalanced, but we just seem to be inviting pressure. It might not have anything to do with our setup. It might just be totally down to Boca, the way they're set up. But let's just try and assert ourselves on the game a little bit more and see if it has any effect. We seem to be playing long balls forward with no one getting anywhere near them as well, which is a little bit worrying. But what a howler from the keeper. And Carlo Latenzio has got off the mark for the season. He's gone like 12 hours or something without scoring. And it's the former Estudiantes man, Alatha, gives it back to Andrada. And what is he doing there? That was like Loris Karius. Right, we're in the second of 2 added minutes at the end of the half. We're 2-0 up. This is far better than I could have ever hoped at the minute, that is for sure. But the one thing that we do know is that Boca are going to come at us and at us and at us from now until the final whistle. As Solis just runs unchallenged, almost all the way to the goal line. But I don't know whether I need to try and combat this and protect the lead, or whether I should just keep going for it and see what happens. I'm not really sure what I should do. Because to be quite honest, I was not expecting to be 2-0 up against Boca at half-time. So I'm just going to stay calm. And I'm going to say you could be winning. It's the obvious one to use, isn't it? Don't let your performance drop. Don't let them back into the game. Because if they get 1, they'll probably get 3 or 4. So we cannot allow it to happen. So yeah, as they get the game underway, this is going to be horrendous, this second half for us. It's going to feel like 4.5 hours, not 45 minutes. We've got a throw in here as someone there behind the assistant is having a good old time. Urquiaga drills it across. He's not good. Barrios spreads it out wide now to Solis. The counter-attack is on. We're trying desperately to get back, but we're not going to. And Alan Ruiz has scored for Boca. And it didn't take long, did it? I knew it was coming. Just knew it. We're gonna drop back to cautious now. We're just gonna have to make some changes here, because that's only going to make them come at us. I said if they get 1, they'll get 3. We need to get another goal. This is not going to finish 2-1. I can assure you of that. The highlight from the kickoff isn't something that I necessarily wanted to see either. Here's Gaston Campi though. Come on, get it upfield. It's coming straight back at us. I don't know what's going on with the passing. We're not set to do that, I don't think. As the cross comes in. Oh, Francesconi just about keeps it out. So 20 minutes to go. We've had literally nothing happen, really. I've made all my substitutions. They've brought on Sebastian Villa, which I did not want to be seeing. He is absolutely lethal. He's got 10 goals this season, and he plays as a winger. He's absolutely incredible. And there he is. That's his 8th league goal of the season. Unbelievable. Straight off the bench, straight onto the score sheet. It's 2-2. I'd made all manner of changes to the style of play, the defensive line, everything. And they've just found another way to get in and get behind us and score. And that is just so frustrating. I don't know why we're going to see that, because he's nowhere near offside, is he? It's a brilliant ball in, a brilliant finish. What a super sub. That is really, really annoying. So as you can see, Matias Lab has come on for Romero. Arteaga and Azuna have come on in the 3 behind Latenzio. I'm really deflated now. I'm really, really deflated. We're 2-0 up and we can't hold on to it. We dropped it back to cautious. We're going to go back positive again now. We're going to show some passion on them. But I moved it to go. I've asked them to slow the tempo down. I've asked them to go to shorter passing, and we've got less possession now than we did have before when we were on direct. So that works well, doesn't it? This is not going well. I mean, we're going to have to hold on and try and take the point here. I can't. Do I go all out attacking and risk losing the game, or do we just get out of here with a point, move up to 20th, move up to 11th, in the league, and up 20 points, not 20th position. See what happens here. Sanchez, whip it in. He does. It's headed away. Fernando Zucchi. Arteaga, Laba, shot blocked. Come on. Corner. That's better. That's okay, boys. That's quite good. Sanchez to take the corner. In it goes. Headed away. Campi's going to rush out to get to it. Gives it to Sanchez. In it goes for Zucqui. That was a good glancing header. Andrada holds on well. Francesconi, young keeper, done well today. You can't really level either of the goals at him, to be fair. They were just good goals. Here we go. Solis. Benedetto, and it's over. Solis has been the best player on the pitch by far. He's set up both of their goals, and we have set to close him down. And he's clearly not working. Francesconi lifts it long, and apparently we're not even going to try and get onto that. We've got 4 people in attack. Not one of them even tried to get onto that. And Villa's header is saved by Francesconi. So we're into the final minute of normal time. Hopefully there'll only be a couple of minutes. I'll take a draw now, up to 11th. It gives us something to build on. It doesn't end the horrible winless run or anything like that. It doesn't sort out the form, but it does lay to rest a little bit that 5-2 defeat from last season, which still hurts. 5 minutes added on. Jeez. I would love to get the win though. Can we do it? Come on. Campi lifts it forward into the channel. Right, I'm going to have to sort something out there because we are just not... Those balls over the top are just not finding anyone. I don't know why. And yet look at that, straight into Benedetto in the channel. I don't understand why those balls are just not connecting at all. I'll have to see what's happened to the tactic there. Solis out on the left. Big looping cross. Campi is under it. Ozuna now. Right, you are quick. Get away, son. Get away. Go on. Keep going. Gives it to Arteaga. Oh, blocked on the shot, and we're not going to see the corner. What was the point of that then? Right, into the last minute. Is there time for a chance? Arteaga to Sanchez. Go on. Oh, it's going to be another corner. We've done okay for corners. We're into double figures. 10-8 we lead on corners. That's got to be worth something, right? That's worth another point or a goal. Come on, Sanchez. In it goes. Header. Oh, come on, Labber. No, cleared away. That's going to be it. They're going to get out with a point. And to be fair, it's a point I would have taken. But when you're 2-0 up at half time, I mean, you know for a start that that it's not, the result isn't safe. 2-0 against a team like Boca, you are not safe. It's still going. Oh, there we go. There's the final whistle. That's a bit confusing. I'm a little bit deflated. I mean, if we'd have come back from 2-0 to get a draw, I'd be on top of the world. So I think we just got to say you've done well. You've avoided defeat. You've done well. I'm actually quite happy that I'm disappointed because it shows that we played well. So we are up to 11th, and we still do have a game in hand, which at the minute, I mean, we don't play it until the end of January though. But yeah, I mean, anything can happen between then and now, can't it? Our next game is at home to Talleres, who are 6th, but a win would take us above them. I mean, at the minute we've no chance of winning the league, but I mean, if we can put 3 or 4 wins together, we're going to get right back up here where we want to be. It is purely because we've got 2 games in hand that we are down here. It's a little bit of a false position in that respect. So we have got just 2 games coming up in December, Talleres and River. And then we are on the summer break before we come back with a couple of friendlies we've got here, and then it's Rosario Central at the end of January and Vélez there. So yeah, that's going to do it for today's video, guys. As I say, this is coming out on Friday the 28th. Once again, I hope you had an amazing Christmas. The plan is that hopefully next week we should be back to something more like the old schedule. There might not be 3 videos next week. There might only be a couple, and I'm not going to promise which match I'm going to do. I will be hopeful to get. I might even go through to like Independiente. It'll depend where we are in the league, which game there matters. So obviously I'm going to do Talleres and River off camera. as I say, we come back to play Rosario, who are right next to us in the table at the minute, and then Vélez, who are fourth, and then, of course, the leaders, Independiente. So it's going to be one of those 3 games, but it'll depend where we are in the table, which game is more relevant. But yes, smash a like on this one, guys. You saw a brilliant goal from Estevez, a brilliant mistake from Andrada to give Latanzio his first goal in 15 hours. That's how long it had been. And you've seen a comeback as well. So it kind of ticks a lot of boxes, this video. So make sure you smash that like, hit subscribe as well, turn on the notifications, get down in the links for all the other stuff that's going on. And I will see you very, very soon. I should be back before the new year. I should be back on Monday. So I won't say Happy New Year just yet. But enjoy this bit of Twixmas. I hate these few days. Nothing happens, does it? But I hope you're having fun anyway, playing with anything that you got for Christmas. And so, yeah, see you very soon for whoever it is that we're playing in the next video. Thanks for watching, guys. Adios, amigos.